Namaste. My name is Neelima. Welcome to Reflections Along the Way podcast, where you will be listening to reflections from experiences and learnings along my life's journey. In the previous episode, we learned about how freedom without self-restraint gives us unhappiness. In the next section, Swamiji explains how important it is to learn the art of right contact with the world. In a community level or a national level, the government gives us some rules and laws that we have to abide by so that we all can live peacefully. Because if we weren't having that restraint or those rules to be followed and people don't have the restraint needed, then it's going to be chaotic. So realizing that the governments put together these rules and laws so that the environment is made in such a way that we all can get happiness from the world. In an individual level, in a similar way, we have to learn how to maintain the right contact with the world. Because if we do not know how to do that, then we cannot enjoy the world or the experiences that we get from the world. Realizing the importance of this, all religions and religious masters prescribe this code of conduct for living so that we can practice some self-restraint and we can learn how to intelligently contact the world so that we can lead a very healthy and dynamic life. And Swamiji, to illustrate that, he gives this beautiful example about electricity and how having the electricity in our house enables us to use all these devices, right? We can use a toaster, we can use a TV, we can use a computer, everything. But at the same time, if we were to go touch an outlet with wet fingers, or if we were to put a nail within the holes of the outlets, then the consequence is that we are going to die. So unless we know how to use the electricity properly, there is no purpose of having that electricity, having that freedom to use that electricity, right? In a similar way, if we do not know how to conduct ourselves in the world, then we are not going to be able to enjoy the experiences that we get out of the world. And we constantly complain that the world is evil and full of problems and all. And we wonder how we can get peace and happiness, right? And what the religious masters explain to us time and again is that peace and happiness are not in the external world. They are within us. Our problems, actually, what we think are problems to us, are blessings in disguise, because if we do not have those problems, then we do not get a chance to sharpen or improve our personality. Only when we think that there is a problem, we kind of pause and think about how to overcome it, and how do I make my personality in such a way, or how do I develop that mental strength or physical strength needed to overcome whatever problem that is. So Swamiji mentions that problems are blessings in disguise. Actually, it is so true, right? And if we apply that right contact, they help perfect our personality. The problems help perfect our personality, right? There is another example given in this section where if a knife is blunt and you want to sharpen it, we use a grindstone, a roughness of a grindstone to sharpen it. We put it in the right angle and we apply the knife correctly to the grindstone so that it gets sharpened. In a similar way, we have to make ourselves in such a way that when we put ourselves in contact with the world, we can really enjoy the world. The scriptures provide the guidelines for us to develop and maintain this proper relationship to the world. If we don't follow the guidelines, if we don't know how to have self-restraint, or if we don't improve our personality, we keep on complaining about the bad world because we are maintaining the wrong contact with the world, right? If we develop that knack of how to interact correctly or in the right way with the world, then it doesn't matter what experience we are going through. I mean, of course, the world is a combination of good and bad, but we can develop the knack to interact with the world no matter how the world is. And if we don't do that, then we become bitter, and we also become very unhappy, right? We're always complaining about the world. It's an optimistic and pessimistic view of things, right? Suppose like there is a half filled glass. An optimist sees the half glass and thinks that, wow, I have half a glass of milk, and I can drink this half a glass. Very happy with the half a glass of milk. Whereas a pessimist, if he sees a milk filled with half of it, and he thinks that, oh my God, why is my glass not full? He's not able to enjoy that half a glass of milk because he's constantly thinking about why he doesn't have a full glass. So it depends on how a person thinks, and that is what determines how happy a person is what Swamiji is trying to illustrate in this section. He also discusses how having a attitude of being grateful is so helpful, and I can say this by experience also. Whenever we are going through something terrible, if we can think of all the things that we have in our life and feel gratitude for that, I mean, the problem that we are going through, it just seems small. So generally problems are only as big as we imagine them to be. So just having that sense of gratitude calms our mind, and then we can also deal with whatever issue is there in front of us in a better way with a calmer mind, right? And even to illustrate this, Swamiji gives a nice example where a man paralyzed is sitting in a wheelchair, and he gets very jealous and unhappy when he sees a healthy person walking, right? Because he can't. And then when this healthy person, he sees somebody just going in a sports car, that person is unhappy because he doesn't have that sports car. And then the a person in the sports car is probably worrying about all the accounting that they have to do with all the money they have. And so everybody has their own issues that they're worried about, thinking about stuff that they do not have. And all this can be stopped if we just have a sense of gratitude. Thank you for listening to today's reflections. If you would like to connect with me, please visit bluishmuse.com. Until next time, namaste.